Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Tania Gustafson here, your serial nutritionist at Fit Nutrition. And today we're going to talk about sharing your success. So why is it important? A lot of people are really hesitant to share their success or share, first of all, to share if they've started any sort of program to do with weight loss or health. We're a little bit, we want to keep it to ourselves. We're a little bit too shy to let others see what we're doing. And I think that has a lot to do with fear of failure, or fear of people always asking us those questions. Well, what are you doing that for? You look fine, or you don't need to do this. But what I found out, it's all about what we are feeling about ourselves. So there's a perception of what other people look at when they see us, and there's a perception that we get when we look at ourselves. And the way we see ourselves ultimately has to make us happy, because we have to live in our own bodies, right? So first of all, I encourage all my clients to share what they're doing with their program. With their friends and family. Number one, so that they're going to kind of be, sort of informed as to what's going on if someone's making a few different changes and choices in their food or their program or their routine, or they're now doing some exercise, or they're now maybe drinking so much water, maybe they're not having coffee, maybe, there's a few different things that might sort of make someone go, oh, what are you doing that for? Or how come that's a little bit different? But then instead of them asking those questions, now those external comments will be supportive. So, oh, right, yes, I remembered, you're not having coffee. Okay, let's go for tea instead. We're going to have herbal decaf today. Something like that, and just helping people make those better health choices. So when the people around you are informed, more often than not, I find, they will be supportive, or at least not try and get in your way. And so that's really important. And then as you start living the program, eating your PFCs every 3, feeling better, having more energy, losing the bloat, losing some weight, your clothes are fitting better, you're getting smaller, and got lots of energy, and you're all fired up. And as these changes start to take place, more and more people are watching, more and more people are seeing all these positive changes in you, and they start to ask what you're doing. Now, I do have a few clients that are very, very shy about sharing their success, and they'll only post on our closed group, and that's fine for them. That's great. But people on the outside, their friends and stuff, have noticed what they're doing. But I do encourage people always to share their success. So even if you just share your success in our closed group, or share just your little circle of friends or your family, sharing that actually helps spread the ripple of health to more and more and more people. Because first they see what, that you've done it, what you're doing, and that you look great. But they don't actually know what you've done. So when they start asking you what you've done, and they find out, wow, it's something that's, based on science, and it's something that's based on the way our bodies are meant to function, and it's not a diet, and wow, you can do it, and you're really busy, and you have kids, and you have a job, or maybe you run a company or something, or maybe you work night shifts, and wow, you're still doing it. And then they start to think, well, maybe I can do it too. And that's a very powerful thing for people. When you've put that seed in their mind that they think, I can do it too. So maybe they only want to lose a couple of pounds. Maybe they don't really want to lose weight. Maybe they just want to increase their body fat, reduce their body fat percentage rather, increase their muscle mass. Or maybe they just want to get into an exercise program. Maybe they just want to sort of focus on making better meals or cooking more at home or things like that. All those things combined create better health. And the consistency and the persistency of it, and just that snowball starts, and it's a little tiny snowball at first, little snowflake, and it starts to get bigger, 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 bigger as each thing takes hold and each thing becomes a habit in parts of our life. So I have a little story. There's a couple stories actually that go with this and why we should share. And I always like to tell my clients there's a few of those things. And this is what happened. So friends that I know online that, and people that I've met in other cities and stuff that are living the program and getting fantastic results, they do go online and post about their results. But, they don't know who's watching, and sometimes their friends don't comment, and that's okay. They know that who's connected with them. Well, this one gal she'd been doing the program for at least a year or so, probably closer to 2 years. And her friend had been watching and watching and watching and watching. And finally the friend, contacted her and said, hey, we haven't seen each other for a while. I'm coming to visit. And by the way, you're going to be really surprised because I've been watching what you're doing for the last year. And I didn't tell anyone. And I'm following what you're doing online. And I've lost 100 pounds. That is life-changing. So when we hear stories like that, that's amazing. And another one that's closer to home here. And Michelle, you can see her. I put the link under this description here on the Facebook Live. You can go to feelignightthrive.com/success-stories, and you can listen to Michelle's story. She was just in my office just last week, and we did the little video there because Michelle came to me a year ago, and we got her started. And for her, as she says in the video, even the detox was just life-changing for her, and all the different changes that came about. And she got her life back, basically, with as far as her personality, her energy, her participation in life. And she came to me for a very short time, really, but she got all these things right away within the first couple of months, and as well as a significant weight loss in 8 weeks. I think it was close to 23 pounds, which is awesome. She still wanted to further that and, keep improving her health and get a little bit more weight loss, a little bit more body fat percentage. And she said, I think I can go it alone for a little bit. I said, great, awesome. I'm so glad, that you've grasped the program and you can do this. And so we've touched base once in a while. And then I get a new client referred to me from Michelle. And this new client came in and was just raving at how awesome Michelle looks and how great she's been doing and how much energy she has and wow. And she said the program has just, changed her life. And so I reached out to her and I said, wow, I'm hearing such great things about how much energy you have and how well you're doing and how great you look. And so would you like to come in? I'll do another set of pictures and we'll do the before, middle, and beyond picture and see how that compares. And so she said, absolutely, I'd love to come in. So she came in, and you can check out her story there, and you'll see the results are amazing. She's now down 44 pounds, down 9% body fat. She's lost countless inches, and she's just feeling and looking amazing. And so because she was able to share her little bit of a story with the people that she runs into in her daily life, and because the other lady online had just shared her story and what she's doing and what she's following, people were watching and they were joining in. And it's because of that, because we refer people to things all the time. We refer where we get our hair done and our nails and where we get our car fixed. And we should be telling people about these when something works well for us, when we can improve our health and we can do it in a healthy way, a healthy, sustainable way, so that we can live our lives eating the foods we love, learning how to balance that, making better choices for us and our family, not having to cook several different meals for everybody and find everybody's needs, and learn the foods that we maybe need to take in and the foods we need to avoid specifically for our bodies. And when we do that, we show up as our best self, and the world sees that, and the world also wants to know how we got there so they can join us. So I'm encouraging you, anybody who's out there who's doing some great stuff, your workouts, keep posting those things, your challenges, keep posting those things, your great food preps and your recipes that you've donated and come up with and put on the site. I thank you so much for that. Keep doing that, because all these little things that we can put out there and share for other people is going to make their lives more meaningful, their lives more full, and we're creating a culture of health for people. And as we get older and as we age, there is this demographic of people that are getting healthier as we age, and thank you for joining. You're one of them. So keep sharing your stories, keep working every day to just do that 1% better every day, and wow, where will you be in a year? You'll be just like Michelle. Check her out on the link below. Have a great day. Talk to you again next week. Facebook Live every Wednesdays. Have a great day.